My name is Irma Calvert. I'm Faith's mom. And I guess I'm going to share today with you a little bit about our adoption journey. So my husband and I had been married for 5 years. And in that 5 years, we weren't ready for children. Probably about the 6th year, we decided that we wanted to go ahead and start our family. And after attempts at, and not having success, we ended up going to fertility and did many different fertility treatments. And unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, they were not successful. At that point, we knew we wanted to be parents. So we started researching adoption and ended up, through our church, we ended up with going through Catholic Social Services in Cincinnati. And upon reaching out to them, they informed us that they only did open adoption. And at the time, we weren't sure what that meant, so we kind of did some research. And once we realized that it meant that the birth mom would have contact, it kind of scared us a bit because we weren't sure how much contact that would entail. But we kept researching and felt like, okay, we can do this. We had to go through background checks, and they came and inspected our home, and we had to have a fire escape plan, and we had to have it posted, and they came in, caseworkers would come in and check out the house and make sure that it was livable and everything was in order and ready for a child. So it was a process, but well worth the process. In an open adoption, the birth mother actually chooses the couple who will parent her child, so we had to put together a book. And basically the book was about our life and things that we enjoyed doing. And, we shared that we were dog owners and just, shared the things that we like to do in our free time. We shared about our faith.
I know when I was talking to Annette, she said something that caught her eye was that Dad liked to be outdoors, like he liked
Yes.
outdoor activities.
Yeah,
And
she
said
liked
she liked that.
Yeah, she liked the fact that Tom was, big fisherman and hunted and liked to go boating, and she actually liked the fact that we had 2 dogs because she liked, animals. So after, I think she said she looked at 20 couples, and we were the first one that she actually looked at. She said that she set our information aside, and when she was all done, she said, we were the couple. Something about our eyes. She said she could just tell that there was something, there that she felt a connection to. So long story short, she decided to go with, my husband and I, and we met her and her mom down at social services, I think when she was about 6 months pregnant. And there was an instant connection. And then at that point, there was 3 months left in the pregnancy. Her and I would get together and go on walks, and we would talk about, what her dreams and goals were for her life. And, I would share that, at that point in our lives, we were excited to become parents. So we get down to where she's ready to have the baby. I was, working, and her mother called and said, it's time. And we met them at the hospital, and I was very blessed and honored to have been in the delivery room. So I actually got to see Faith be born, which was just an amazingly beautiful experience. Yeah, I'll never forget. Since then, the openness was a lot in the beginning. Faith was young, and they came to Faith's baptism. Her family did. And, they would come to birthday parties. We would do Christmases with them. whenever we could get together, we would get together. Now, as Faith has grown older, she's Faith's birth mom since has two boys of her own, who are very, very active in sports, baseball, basketball, you name it. So she's pretty involved with them. So we have seen her less and less. But Faith will text and, they communicate. She came for Faith's 18th birthday, and I consider them to be family. Just like when you get married and you have a whole new extended family, that's how open adoption is. You have a whole new extended family. So Faith has multiple grandparents and cousins and family from all over, from my side of the family, from Tom's side of the family, and from Annette's side of the family. And so it's just all one big happy family. And Annette had the courage and the strength at 15 years old to know that, I can't care for this child, but the love that I have for her is so much that I want her to be with the very best family that I could, place her with. So it's been a very positive, a very beautiful experience, and I wouldn't change a thing at all.
So what do you want my class to take away from this?
I want the class and everybody to know that, excuse me, back in the day, adoption had a really negative stigma, and it was hush hush and people didn't want to talk about it. That is so far from the truth. It's such a beautiful thing. It makes families, people that didn't think they could have a family, it creates families, different, and blood is not everything. We don't share the same blood, but I would do anything for Faith. She is my daughter. I'm proud of her. Just know that adoption is not a bad thing. It is a most amazing, beautiful thing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.